Today, I want to talk to you about the number one mistake I see smart retirees make with their estate plan. And that mistake is thinking estate planning is enough and not doing planning to protect their home and life savings from long term care costs. So, stick with me for a few minutes and I'll show you why this mistake could cost you your home, your life savings, and even leave your spouse or kids with nothing. Hi, I'm Chuck Roulet. I'm an estate and elder law planning attorney licensed in both Minnesota and Florida with nearly 30 years of experience helping families protect everything they've worked so hard for. But before we begin, if you haven't already, make sure you click the like and subscribe button so you'll be notified when I post new videos like this one. Have a question? Post it in the comments below and I may answer it in an upcoming video. And if you stay until the end, I'll share some resources where you can discover more. So let's start with what most people think estate planning covers. A traditional estate plan usually includes a will, maybe a revocable living trust, powers of attorney, and healthcare directives. And that's great. It helps make things easier if you become incapacitated or pass away. It can also help reduce taxes and avoid probate. And everyone should have an estate plan. But here's the problem. By itself, it does not fully protect your home and life savings from the number one threat to your retirement, and that's long-term care costs. Now, the federal government, specifically the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, tells us that over 70% of people over the age of 65 are going to need some form of long-term care. Now, that could mean a home health aide, assisted living, or even a nursing home. And here's the kicker. Medicare doesn't cover it. Medicare will only provide for short-term coverage after a qualifying hospital stay. It's actually Medicaid that covers long-term care, but only after you've spent down most of your assets. And depending on where you live, a home health aide could cost over $6,000 a month, assisted living over $5,000 a month, and a nursing home care could cost anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 a month. That means you could go through your entire life savings in a matter of months or a few short years. And if you're married, that could leave your spouse with little or nothing to live on. And I've actually seen it happen. So let me share a quick story about a couple I worked with. We'll call them Bill and Diane. Bill was a retired engineer. Diane stayed home to raise the kids. They had about $800,000 in savings in a home that was completely paid for, and they had done all the right things. They'd met with a local attorney, they had a will, they had a revocable living trust, and they thought everything was covered. But when Bill had a stroke and needed full-time care in a facility, Diane quickly learned the hard way that their estate plan didn't protect their savings from long-term care costs. She came to me in tears. She was afraid she was going to lose the house and everything they'd worked for. Now, thankfully, because we caught it in time, we were able to put a long-term care plan in place. We protected the home and much of their savings. But if they had waited even just a few more months, the story might have ended very differently. So here's what most people don't realize. Estate planning and elder law planning are not the same thing. Estate planning is about what happens when you pass away, and to a lesser extent, what happens if you become incapacitated. But elder law goes much deeper. It's about protecting your home and life savings from the rising cost of care. It's about making sure your spouse is not left broke. It's about ensuring your children inherit something even if you need care. It's about helping you qualify for benefits without going broke in the process. And here's the good news. You can absolutely do this. It's legal, it's ethical, and it's not too late, even if you already have an estate plan. In fact, many of the clients that I work with have already had an estate plan from another lawyer or firm when they came to me. And many thought they were covered because they already had a will or trust. Others didn't even know this type of planning was available or allowed. But once they saw what was possible, they were relieved to know that they could protect their home and savings. So if you're worried about losing your home and savings to long-term care costs or leaving your spouse or kids with nothing, here's what I want you to do. Visit us at roulettelaw.com to discover more or to schedule a consultation to begin the process of putting a plan in place to protect your home and life savings. You can also download a free copy of my guide, Save Our Home, How to Protect Your Home and Life Savings from Long-Term Care and Nursing Home Costs. Just click the link in the description below. And I'm also inviting you to join us for my upcoming masterclass, where I'll reveal the strategies I use with my private clients to help them protect what they've worked so hard to build. And again, you can sign up using the link below to join us. Don't wait until it's too late. Estate planning is important, but without elder law planning, you're leaving everything you've worked for at risk. I hope you found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in either an upcoming video or the masterclass. Be well.